President Donald Trump's historic recognition of Jerusalem as the capital of Israel upends nearly 70 years of American foreign policy. So sensitive is the status of this city that it was intentionally kept for the last stages of potential peace negotiations over the future Palestinian state. It was so sensitive nobody even wanted to touch it until that stage, and in venturing into that territory, Donald Trump really going where very few people have gone before. In his statement tonight, Donald Trump upkeeping a major campaign pledge to move the embassy to Jerusalem, even though that'll take some time to carry out. And the president was very careful tonight, saying this does nothing to undermine his own quest for peace in the region. Regardless, it does carry many risks, and we've seen in this city over here, which is claimed by both Israelis and Palestinians, and which has seen many bouts of violence before over the contested status of its holy sites and the city itself. Naturally, in Israel, this is being greeted and welcomed warmly by leadership and by the people. Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu tonight praising Trump's courage, calling it a historic day for this country, and his top ministers as well, saying that this could promote peace, paradoxically, if creates facts on the ground. But for most everyday Israelis, really, it's nothing beyond stating the obvious. Jerusalem is the capital. It's the home of all the major establishments here, the parliament and other government offices. And for many Israelis, they consider it really the eternal capital of the Jewish people for 3,000 years. On the other hand, for the Palestinians, a totally different story. They consider it a slap in the face and are saying that the Americans really are relinquishing their role here as an honest broker in the conflict. The Palestinian leadership saying that this really is the end of the peace process and are calling for mass demonstrations, raising fears that we could see the same kind of violence we've seen before in the Arab world. Great concern over the Islamic sites in the city, and really the Americans are out on their own on this in many ways, because European nations as well saying it's really seems like an unnecessary step that will just inflame tensions further. Either way, we're talking about a jolt here to a long simmering conflict, which in recent years has been on a slow burn and now seems to be entering a new chapter. Aron Heller, The Associated Press, Jerusalem.